Hi everyone. Today we're diving into a topic that many can relate to, emotional eating. We'll explore the best practices to help you build a balanced relationship with food, especially during these emotionally charged moments. I'm very experienced with helping people transcend their attachments to food and even take up fasting as a practice to reduce food attachments. Now, if you're watching, you have probably noticed how attached you may be to food. Perhaps you've already realized that your relationship with food is not really healthy. Not only are you not alone, but everyone has some sort of emotional needs that are expressed through bad habits. Everyone, especially with food. Emotional eating is something that most people have experienced at one time or another. Whether it's stress, sadness, boredom, our emotions can significantly influence our eating habits. But fear not, there are practical strategies to help you manage emotional eating and cultivate a healthier connection with food. So, before we dive into the solutions, it's essential to understand what emotional eating is. The definition is that emotional eating happens when we turn to food not out of physical hunger, but to cope with mishandled emotions or other triggers like stress, sadness, anxiety. But for some people, it's even by positive feelings, even joy. Recognizing emotional eating is the first step towards addressing it and building a healthier relationship with it. It's perfectly normal to have emotions, and it's essential to acknowledge and process them in a healthy manner. Food, however, isn't a long-term solution. It's usually a short-term bandage that doesn't really help. Also, don't try to break down your negative habits. Instead, try to build new positive habits that will eventually overrun the old ones. So here are some of the best practices for managing emotional eating. Practice number 1, mindful awareness. You want to start by being aware of your emotions and how they affect your eating habits. To do that, keep a journal to track what triggers your emotional eating and what you ate. You can also just make a short list on your smartphone. For example, today I was triggered by my colleague interrupting me in a meeting at work and I felt I needed something sweet. Or I am bored, so I eat with Netflix in the evening. This self-awareness can help you identify the patterns and take proactive steps. Don't judge yourself, just write them down. You will then see how often it happens and what type of emotion triggers what type of food. Practice number 2, distract and delay. I love this one. This is like kids, you know? So distractions, they don't only work with children. Sometimes boredom or stress can be relieved in other ways. When you feel the urge to emotionally eat, distract yourself with non-food related activity, like taking a walk, reading, or doing a quick workout. Delay your decision to eat by just 10 to 15 minutes. This can actually give you the time to assess if you're genuinely hungry or just seeking comfort. Try it, and you will actually be surprised. Once you delay it one time, you become much more aware. Practice number 3, the emotional toolkit. You want to create a list of non-food related activities that soothe your emotions. This emotional toolkit might include deep breathing exercises, journaling, calling a friend, or practicing mindfulness or a meditation. Unlike the tooltip number 2, distract and delay, where the trigger has already happened, these sort of activities prevent emotional eating. Having that list of activities in a place that is convenient and accessible will help you prevent reaching that state of emotional need. Practice number 4, healthy food choices. You want to opt for healthier comfort foods when you do eat. Instead of turning to high-calorie, low-nutrient options, you want to choose food that nourishes the body. Fresh fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can satisfy your emotional cravings in a more balanced way. One way is to simply have less access to unhealthy food. You have to be very strong or strong-willed, so when you go shopping, you only buy the good stuff. A good practice is to find the problematic items right now in your kitchen and throw them in the garbage, especially if you already know that you're misusing them. Having a strict no junk food in my kitchen policy has proven itself. It doesn't mean no junk food in your life, just less accessible junk food. Practice 5. Self-compassion. Remember that emotional eating is a common challenge, and it's okay to slip up from time to time. Be kind to yourself and avoid the self-criticism. Practicing self-compassion is essential on your journey to healthier eating habits. Once you start loving yourself more, as you are, you will notice that you require less and less emotional bandages. To conclude, emotional eating can be a tough habit to break, but with these mindful awareness and these best practices that I gave you, you can establish a balanced relationship with food, which is the first point. Remember, it's all about understanding your emotions, finding healthier coping mechanisms, practicing self-compassion, and raising your self-awareness. Now, if you find this information helpful, please like and subscribe for more content on well-being, fasting, and self-improvement. Here's to a healthier, happier you. Namaste, my friends, and good luck.